All right, guys. Sorry for the extra week, the bonus week. You know what? Actually, you guys are welcome for the bonus week of instead of me giving it every bi-weekly, this is going to include 3 whole weeks here with Gronku. And then for extra viewing pleasure, we have Thursday Night Football in the background because Gaetano gave me a real heart to heart last Tuesday on Halloween Tuesday, and he said that he has only watched a full 1 minute of these recaps so far, but watching just 1 minute of uh, about 25 minutes that I've released so far, he says I need to pick it up, and I just don't have the same smug as last year. So you know what? He's right. I need to pick it up. He didn't even give me any advice or constructive criticism beyond that. He just said, you know what, Jim, it's shit. It's just shit. And you know what? If that's what the people say, then who am I to argue? So I got Gronku here. I got Thursday Night Football in the background. I got a Jags jersey on. I'm trying to just pander as much as possible to Gaetano. You know what? No, sorry to everybody. This is not just about Gaetano. I'm sure all you guys have been feeling this way. And then also, I have 2 full pages of handwritten notes. So I hope everybody is ready for what is going to be, I'm sure, just a spectacular 3 week recap. So, all right, we're already like a minute and a half into this. I haven't even started. All right, so the worst news so far out of this whole 3 weeks is that I have lost the lead in my fantasy Formula One league. I went from 150 points ahead. Now I'm 60 points behind. I tried getting a little too cute with my lineup, and it's all falling apart. But I don't know. I might be in a good position going forward. Las Vegas should be a really good Grand Prix for Williams and Alex Albon, who I still have on my team, even though he got fucking knocked out because of Kevin Magnussen. Anyways, yeah, that Las Vegas Grand Prix, guys. The Las Vegas Grand Prix, Gronku couldn't be more excited. It is going to be the most spectacular sporting event of the year, and that includes anything the Jaguars have done cumulatively this whole year. So, and the Sacramento Kings combined. So, but that's in two. That's not this weekend. It's the weekend after. So, anyways, let's get into it. We had 3 weeks off. Yeah, I know. Well, Gronku's been busy. I've been wanting to do it more, but Gronku, it's just been hard with your schedule, huh, buddy? Yeah. All right. So, so week 7, Chris was the main winner. Big shocker. Stop me if you have heard this before, but Chris wins with another spectacular defensive effort, and with also good points from Kamara and Andrews. And the defense wasn't even the Cowboys this time. Yeah, it was Cleveland, the Browns. Who knew? He almost doubles Kelsey's points with a major win over her. Kim with a close second, and with a really quality second place win over Claire, who is one of the great teams of the league so far this year. And Kim with good help from Patrick Mahomes with 35 points. Kelsey, yeah, no, not Kelsey Baxter, the tight end. Yeah, that one. He had a good 30-point game. Yeah, you could say that he swiftly got to the end zone that game. God, we are so fucking clever. All right. And then last note for this week of week 7 is Jerry took down Ryan. It looked like it was going to be a close one, but Jerry really pulled away and won by 30 points, mostly because of McCaffrey and Downs. And speaking of Downs, we love a good segue. Ryan is having a down performance across the board, and is not looking great for the season. So, Let's move on to week 8. So Jerry wins this one, gets her first points of the season, and doubling up on Ryan after she defeated him during week 7, then denies him of getting the most points in the week since he got second place of most points week 8. But she gets her first weekly money. Another great McCaffrey win, and she also got help from Hawkinson. Um, and she beat me, even though I had a pretty decent week. So, yeah, no, yeah, Hawkinson. There's actually tight ends are actually playing like a pretty key part for this season. So that's fun. Sometimes there's some seasons there's just like 3 tight ends maybe that are like actually important. The rest of them are just like you're lucky to get 7 points. But this year, there's actually like some pretty good performances. So everybody with good points during week 8. Pat barely beat Kev to raise from the dead, and Pat, who was in last place, looking awful in week 8, reached 500. So yeah, the Philadelphia Jesus has risen. So let's move on to week 9, and stop me if you have heard this one before. But Chris wins with a big defensive performance again from Cleveland. That's true. All right, I said stop me, so I guess I'll stop. Gronku said stop because he's heard it before. So yeah, all right. So that's the end of the recap. No, I'm just kidding. I'll keep going. Yeah, I'll keep going. I know. I said I'd stop, but I'm not a man of my word. Okay, so Chris proves he is definitely cheating because he started CJ Stroud in this game, who had the most points, I think, of anybody this week with like 40 points. So, yeah, wow, commissioner and works at fucking. What is this thing called? What is the app called? Whatever it is. Shit, I can't even remember. All right, well, whatever. You guys all know what the app's called. Scarlett gets the third most points. Yay! But she played Jerry, who happened to have the second most points. Boo! Yeah, Gronku. I guess Gronku's a Scarlett fan and doesn't like Jerry. Who knew? But poor Scarlett only had to get beat by her best friend. And so Scarlett with good performances by Burrow and Stevenson, but otherwise got let down by most of her teams. So Pat continues his rise, rises above 500 and gets into the winning percentage. Gets all the way up to 6th. And he gets a win against Gaetano, who is floundering like a turtle on his back, or a jaguar with a muzzle on, or a declawed jaguar with a muzzle on, and its paws tied up in a cage. That's Gaetano right now. All right. Kelsey narrowly edges out her brother, and mostly due because, not really because of her team's performance, but Kevin just had mostly an underperforming team, especially at his key positions. So where are we now? Summary after week 9. I don't know what's happening in the Thursday night game, but so far Chris has taken back the lead, and along with Kelsey, they are our only 7 win teams after 9 weeks. So they're 7-2. Oh yeah, sweet brown medicine. Take my pain away. Pat is on a 5-week win streak and moves into 6th. Scarlett is with 6 losses and moves into last place. Points wise, Chris and I are still both the top scorers, although I think Chris is even 100 points ahead of me, but then I'm like 100 points ahead of the 3rd place person. And Ryan still has the most points against. He's just getting absolutely plummeted after 9 weeks. Just can't break out of that. Kelsey is still getting the easiest schedule, which is keeping her afloat in 2nd place. Really, she's not keeping the score or the points to keep her there, but she's been getting lucky. Gaetano has finally gotten a more difficult schedule, more people scoring against him, so he's been falling down. Yeah, exactly. Who's boring and lame now, Gaetano? Yeah, you piece of shit. And then, so really with Chris, Kelsey, me, and then Claire and Jerry and Kim are really kind of like the main contenders going forward. Although Pat is really a wild card coming up, so who knows? I mean, it's all about making the playoffs and seeing what you can do when you get in the playoffs. And then Vanessa, Kevin, Ryan, and Scarlett are kind of in the bottom and are really struggling. Don't really look like a threat right now, as well as Gaetano. Honestly, Gaetano is getting cold at this end of the season. So, all right. I hope that was exciting. Wow, what an exciting recap. All right. So, I hope you know what, Gaetano, I hope the 45 seconds you watched of this video were worth it. So, we'll see. I'll be out next week. Definitely not a recap next week. Probably Thanksgiving week. Nothing's going to happen there, so I'll do something then. All right. Have a good one, guys. And let's go Alex Albon. All right, guys. Bye.